All right, Macro Monday. First macro choice. Make sure I'm sated. Found the refrigerator and my gamer fuel. I'm gonna try with the mic right here. Excuse me, this might make a little noise. Yeah, it does right down there. See if we can keep it out of our field of vision without interfering. That sounds like it should be okay. Check the sides, make sure that everything's going okay. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic, 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 mic. Mic, 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 mic. All right, we get top. Is a top player? Let's take a peek at what's been doing okay this patch. Actually, you know what? Let's back it up. Nerf champions. Briar's win rate has gone up, which, you know, people are going to continue learning her, so this is natural. Azir got kind of decently, right? You have to put more points into Q now. Renekton's win rate dropped. What was Renekton's change? I didn't see him in the patch notes. Patch 13.19. This is the world's patch, right? So something happened. Find Renekton. Oh, base magic. That's right. That's right. This is a big one. This is especially true for his counter matchups, right? Champions like Kennen, very strong. Barry getting one last nod to make sure she doesn't make it to Worlds. They couldn't have her win rate approaching 50% because that means the pros would be all over it. Rek'Sai finally in the dirt. Although this change is going to take a while for people to manifest and change their playstyle. Lissandra is just A+ tier. She's going to be fantastic. Nunu's doing great. Twitch's win rate goes down. His pick rate has gone up significantly, and that's what contributes here, right? You get a couple more people just willing to try it out. Pike is actually kind of overperforming. Galio's going to be potentially a consideration. We'll see how these champions go. Not much in the top. It was just Renekton that needed that little poke. So let's see. What would you guys do if Quinn were in your lane? Quinn does decently against Renekton. She's completely awful against Malphite, and she banned Malphite, obviously. Sion, any other tank is going to be fine. Even Teemo's actually fairly strong against her. Jax is going to be okay. Aurelia is one of the best champions against her. She's really good against Volibear because she can just poke around. But most definitely we're going to be going into tank domain. Something like Ornn might be really good. All these guys are melee, so there's a good chance that Ornn gets to flex around. That bot lane is ass. Do we go here and we go for a kill? I mean, we can't do grasp, right? So this is normally what we go. You know what? Let's go over the page that I like to run when it's like this. All right, so you can go here. Cooldown gives you a little bit more versatile. This would be for last hitting, but again, we're going to have like these awkward lane states against this ranged champion. So this setup is entirely based on poking out Quinn whenever we can. All right, so she actually went Fleet Footwork, which is the counter to this. She's going to be able to do that basically on cooldown. Luckily, she doesn't also have Second Wind. Second Wind Revitalize. So, like, they're probably never going to do this. And Celerity is almost always what Quins are going to do, so that they can fly around the map and they can really just make whatever plays that they want over the course of the game. We're going to be trying to team fight. We're going to try to hover around Gangplank and Vayne and give them freedom. We don't want to be in side lanes against Quinn. So as we get into late game, I'm going to be looking to group up wherever Blitz goes. Mostly it's going to be where I'm going. And hopefully that's very near to the Vayne. Gangplank can be off on their side. Gangplank's actually completely fine into Quinn because as you get to level 13 and you can get 2 barrels out pretty easily, the GP basically one-shots Quinn with a barrel combo plus an auto attack is usually enough. Honestly, I don't know if this lane is more or less playable than Brand support. Oh, Silo support. Okay. We do have a Dark Harvest. That's interesting from mid lane Brand. And it looks like we saw the Silas, so this is all confirmed. Alright, that means Brand just dies to every gank. The healing would be interesting here, but Silas isn't giving any healing to Neela. Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to get to. Alright, jungler is confirmed on bot side, so we're going to go for a 3-wave crash, 3 to 4-wave crash. We're just going to get Comets and Procs to go as much as we want now. Are they going to fight me much for it? It looks like they're going to look to fight. Alright, so we got a little bit of a wave advantage. Now she can't really fight into this. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Now we're going to use our wave advantage. If she tries to poke us, she's going to take a big chunk of damage here from the minions. Alright, so auto plus auto flash should have gotten the kill there, but because of the blind, I actually lost vision. That's what allowed her to get away from this. But now she's going to be stuck in this really weird spot. Wave has crashed in. I'll get my recall. Wave will come back to me. All of these minions will come in, plus these melees will come and consolidate as well. Nothing she can really do for stopping this from happening. I'm just going to reset all my stats. Come back up, and this coincides with Warwick trying to do any kind of pathing up top. He did a 3 camp to mid, so he's going to be a little bit faster than Jarvan here because Jarvan tried to answer. We could also path into the river right here and actually help to control because there's nothing Quinn can do to stop this wave from coming out. So we can go and actually, you know, stack our tier a little bit here, while also fighting Warwick off, getting a little prio for this thing. Jarvan, I want you to finish this for me, please. Thank you. Don't let this guy smite it. I don't know what happened here. He let the guy smite it, is what he let happen. It was kind of disgusting how that played out. Maybe that was his. No, it's definitely theirs, right? They just got it, which means that we lose everything. We come up here and we've gotten crunched. Alright, so inauspicious beginnings. We didn't need to hit that one. Don't mind spending mana because we've got this tier, right? So it's going to be regenning back up. Now we're going to try to use this and again play around pathing of the junglers. Now we know that Warwick finished 5 camps and then came to the scuttle. And we also know that Jarvan is now leaving to his bot side camp, so we are officially weak side. Means I need to be considering how to get this wave back into my happy spot. Yo, little combo. Oh, she's going in for more. Alright, she wants some of this minion aggro. So now we're going to just spend this time to try to get this crash in. We get the crash. She's not healthy enough to go. If we were someone that could afford like a Ravenous Hydra, or if we were like Riven, we could go consider maybe proxying, but the problem is that Jarvan's down bottom. So instead we're just going to turn this into another reset. And now we're going to go kind of turn by turn. She's got this item advantage. Once we go, let's see, what's the rest of the build going to be like? Probably cooldown boots, Sunfire for clearing. Being okay against the Quinn. Iceborne Gauntlet, pretty good against the mobile champions. We've got 3 melees. So Iceborne should be really good here. She trying to figure out what to do. So this is where what I was talking about. I've now created this push that's coming back to me. I can still harass her with Q as much as I feel comfortable with. I never want to present a target though for the enemy jungler. Try to land harass when I can. I also want to make sure, if it's possible, that it hits a minion. Now she's dead to any gank here. I may even be able to kill her myself here. We're just going to keep this wave right here. Now one more hit on a Q means I can all in her with my ult. Smart move by her to blind. Get the brittle over the wall, and then kill her with the rest. Now, I'm only going to put these 4 points in, because again, this is just a laning ability. What I really want to do is be able to team fight. I don't think this guy has me. But what they have done is ensured that the wave is a little bit nicer here. I waited for a Warwick to show again. Warwick is showing. Now that gives me the green light to go push this out. Now I've got the comfort of my wave as well, so I can go and try for a one-shot on the wave. And I can only do this because my minions are so aggressive here. He's going to try. We're going to go and cancel his fear by using our W. But now we've successfully wasted all of Warwick's time. They've got nothing for it. We got our kill. And start considering what to do next. We're going to go here so we can fight the clear speed. And so now we've taken this ranged matchup, which should be able to bully a tank all day long. And we're up 8 CS, although she'll get some of that back right now. The wave is, however, coming back to us. We're comfortable there. Unfortunately, Jarvan's getting a little bit gapped here. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of bit. I do notice this. I do want to call some of these minions out before I do anything. Really? Oh, she can cancel that. Okay. Oh, we got our flash. And we've got the minions now. We're good. We are absolutely chilling. Now we can step up. Every time that she goes for a last hit, we can step up, and she basically has to respect that. May have to back up for a moment. Jarvan is nearby, though, so I could easily bait this fight. Have him look to come and join. Could have done more right there. I was looking at the map elsewhere. Nah. Ugh. Was it a mistake or just micro? No, catch here. You do not recall here. Not ever. We're gonna get these boots before we move along. A little trick right here. This will start the wave coming back to me as well by erasing this minion aggro. It's just a small thing, but by getting one minion to step back, preferably the lead one, but I was a little bit too late. I didn't want to just make it invincible to damage. Then you can actually kind of create this happy spot for yourself. Now, unfortunately, it is going to come to my side sooner, that aggro, change in aggro. And just get our combo off. Now, it's going to get much harder as she gets faster, right? And she does have that upgraded boots now. So she's trying her hardest to harass me here. We're going to keep on working on wave clear. Like I said, I'm keeping note of things like these fruits whenever I see them. It means that I get a green light on taking trades. Might even be worth me coming over and getting that. But again, Jarvan's on bot side of the map, so I don't want to take any risks in the river. I just want to kind of go out and reset my situation. Oh, she blocked me again. Isn't she clever? Alright, so she's got an idea of what to do here. More so than I do, I'd say. Multiple different ways to interrupt my my plans. Alright, so anyways, we're keeping track here. Warwick is showing bot, which means I get to take this. Quinn has a shorter timer than anyone else, so I can only stay for this one extra wave. And we'll peace out. She's going to be nervous about missing this cannon, so she's going to rush out here. Actually, she might even be going towards the fight. And since this plate's here, I want to get in range for it. That's my only consideration why I did that. Probably a mistake, actually, to wait that long. Alright. That was a flash from Warwick. We're going to come all the way back because it is Warwick and Quinn, and he can mark me, and she can find me with her ultimate. So I want to get right here. Alright, now I'm feeling pretty good against this Quinn, alright? She's not going to have any meaningful amount of shred. She's not going to be building Bork Black Cleaver, for example. So I don't really need to care about her so much in the damage profile. She does have access to all of her spells, so if I miss, if she outplays me, then there is a potential for her to do some damage. What's up, Bunk? How you doing? Woo! Didn't hit. Hey, way too early on that one. Hey, she's staying. Taking that Scorch proc, okay. Get a little bit of extra armor before I step up even more. Now what's she supposed to do here? I can actually just clear this wave and then proxy the next one. Entire team is fighting over there, so I can even go up. Ooh, I missed her again. I may be bailing her out here. This is just going to pull the wave out. Yes. Oh, the ignite, and it was GP's. Oh my goodness. Ugh. You know what I could do? I could go sweeper actually, and with sweeper I could see the edge, the fringe of where she's standing, and that might give me a better angle. I'm doing all right. Happy Monday. Eagles, nice come from behind. Not come from behind. Well, it was from behind, wasn't it? But just overall decent win. Oh my gosh, that was about as poorly as I could have gone. That was disgusting. Yeah, jungle is getting gapped big time. But it is what it is. We'll see how much we can do. I failed on a couple of my trades. Skill diff. She's going to be super fast here. Level 11. I want to get her out of the mark. I would love to bait this because I'm much stronger here. Unfortunately, if that guy has a finished Protean, I'm not going to be competing. Here we go. We're in. Change CC. Finish his knockup. Finish the Warwick, please. Let's make sure we secure bounties. Especially. See if that's any good. You guys are kinda hinting. How are we going to get out? Alright, Gangplank, I respect it. You know what? He gets the big shutdown for that. That's for 700 gold. Are we in a Bramble Vest game? You know what? I think we are. I think we are. And then that will give us the ability to build MR from the other slots. We'll have the Fimbulwinter waiting for us. We'll be tanky AF. No real reason to be Abyssal Mask, but Protean's going to be decent for me. It'll help synergize with the Sunfire, and it'll give me a decent amount of stats to go in and hopefully go here. It might be a Force of Nature game. Warwick deals magic damage over time. Brand deals magic damage over time. We have a Static Shiv. We've got Silas, so there might be some reasons to go there. Alright, I should have enough tempo to go and just get this turret for myself. Alright, Quinn is showing. There's the Brand. Alright, Brand's trying to get something in. Oh, this guy's a smarty. Right, Q to set up E, using that to turn on the Rylai's. Ready, and... oh, that was never gonna work. If anything, maybe flashing forward, but there's no, like, counterplay. There's nothing going on. The only thing that's good for me is that bot lane was winning by themselves. They should go and take this turret while they're at it, because Brand and Warwick used so much to get on top. They easily could have pushed this and avoided anything else, but they didn't. That's okay. What I should have done is saved my ult and my flash, because I'm weak side, right? There's nothing really much to accomplish. But we did give stacks to the Brand, which is obviously bad. These two are very, very far behind, and that has to be our win condition. So I think it's time, guys. It is time. Boom. The Giga Special. I'm just going to group, I'm going to harass, I'm going to stack. There's a world where I go the gold share item, but it's just so slow at stacking compared to this one. Now what I can try to do is group up, show team that I'm willing to be here. I actually brought wards. Probably should have swapped a sweeper. Oh, that guy has a Ornal, but it doesn't, you know what? It's actually not very good. There we go, this is what we want. Go that way, we get another knockup. They're dealing me massive damage, but I'm peeling for my team. Now we easily clean up the win here. J4 should not have even ulted. And we're good. I am very, very happy here. And so basically we could be done with this Fimbulwinter. We could choose to upgrade, could choose to not. We could finish up the Bramble Vest into Thornmail, which we probably want to do. We want to get something for MR. And what you could do is you can let this go all the way up. If you're truly becoming a full support, you get this and you get the Watchful Wardstone. But that takes a little bit longer to fully activate. So don't need to necessarily wait for it. Let me go on this side because I have teleport. And you can centralize. Now what I'm only trying to do here is reset waves, get good wave states. I've got my teleport up, so I'm happy to join. I'm going to keep an eye on which wards are available for me to get onto. It looks like they're hard engaging, so we're going to do this. So what did we get here? There we go. She not jumped too early. One more kill. I peel for my team. And there we go. Easiest tank win ever. You guys like that? Like that. Actually just want one of these. Alright, they're going to go here and take this. I'm going to buy this item. Now, unfortunately for me, I don't actually have my upgrade, and it doesn't let me. It used to let me just go and give other people upgrades if I skipped mine. Should go to GP or to Vayne. I'm just gonna hover here. Should actually just back. Oh, there we go. We've got another fight. This is actually going to be a supremely good place for us to be. And we got that kill for free. No, we didn't. How the fuck did we not get that Warwick kill? Are you serious? Okay. It is what it is. That guy's dead. Deal the most damage you can right now. Just uptime. Unfortunately, Blitz has got nothing to offer. Oh, he's going Thornmail? No. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Let's see, what are we going to do? Jackshaw the Protean is my best chance at getting the stats for the fight, so we're going to go here. It's going to be the best, most complete item. Right, Gangplank's going to fix bot, Dragons in 90 seconds, so we're going to have plenty of time to go and get up top lane and fix that as well. And just hang out near the Vayne. Leave these resources up for her, and then we're going to go and take a peek at top. There's the Quinn. I want to get some kind of like rotational ward. Alright, so they clearly see us somewhere around here. Did I also forgot? Yeah, I left out the sweepers again. So that is a 4v3 that they should win. Alright, there's Quinn. Oh no, we missed the EQ. Oh, there we go. There's one dash down. I'm going to be eyeing this for teleport. They're probably just going to back off here, which means that I get to create some pressure for my team. Again, I'm just eyeing this. Like, I want to be so ready for whatever kind of engage happens. There it is. Now I'm going behind so that they won't see me. Gucci. We're about to pop though. Am I dying to a carry here? Woo! Almost. We're still alive. It's the brand, the super giga fed brand. Vayne is very good into that matchup, but I don't know how much he wants to limit test. Should be good, right? Because of the missing HP. Oh, I'm getting the CS penalty. This happens. Just a signal to remind myself, hey, you gotta go group, fella. You know, I didn't need to do that in lane. That's a mistake. Teleport's down. I'll be back up. I'm gonna group with the team. Again, just follow Vayne around. We've almost got this procced up. Now we're gonna lean into our strength, right? We're just gonna like hold waves. We're gonna put things in position for our team to get big. We got a kill. That's great. All right, let's see which item does he have. Oh boy, that's a brand. Where's the Vayne? This corridor for sure. Gangplank's pushing, so we're good if nothing else happens. Alright, they are going hard for the GP. So it's time for us to push. Push, 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 push. Don't want it. Vayne, what you doing? This is not how we want it, right? There's too much randomness going on. We just want to help Vayne, follow Vayne, be around for the Vayne. Just a Warwick. And do my best to peel here. I think it's enough though. Which means, oh, that guy hit me. Nice little flash. As I say, as I've got it. It's right here. This is an egregious waste too. Like, we absolutely want that wave to be dead. He won't have a problem killing it, but we'd like to have it gone. I'm tempted to just finish this right now and then just continue with more steady sources of income. Just because of the way the game's playing out. Can't afford to teleport here. This is where we need to be sieging for a Baron. Blitz, can you control the area for Baron? Let him decide what that means. No, okay. Sorry, she's going for the red. Didn't need to say anything there. Just want to go. Is he baiting though? Ooh, there we go. Big. Not in range though. Got you. There we go. That's an end. And did get the one, and it's our AD carry. Come here. You literally, there's nothing to afraid of. We just need extra damage on the turrets here. The fact that we lost Vayne means we can't end. Warwick is absolutely going to be hunting. Don't need to keep on running, guys. It's gonna be enough. It'll dissuade them from getting any progress. Vayne will be up. They might go for the dragon, and that's fine. These guys are too low. Vayne, get out. Don't do it. 1v3. Oh, big. She got away from the auto resets too. I've got teleport. Alright, so this may be a situation where we just sell tier, turn on Jack Show, and go. But bad news is that we've died enough times that this is less relevant. Okay, I'm gonna put pressure in another spot just for a moment. No, I'm not. I'm not. This wave, unfortunately, I actually overpushed. So it's going to arrive right as the other wave is getting there, and that's the worst place for me to ever be, considering pushing up. Where's Vayne? Where's Vayne? Where's Vayne? Where's Vayne? All we need to be caring about is where is Vayne. Gangplank is way too far up. Blitzcrank is way too far up. Just let this guy die. Just fucking foolhardy. Yeah. I don't think it was that hard to see that. Anyways, we'll try to keep on lighting this area up. Keep Vayne safe. She's pretty big. Them to keep this guy away. My job is to keep that guy alive no matter what. Mid is not the way for us at all. There's zero reason for us to be mid. We're hunting. Spidey sense was tingling. Thought about going after Brand because he's such a big part of what their gold is. Here's GP. Okay, that's a flash. I'm gonna peel this Warwick. Just keeping Warwick out of the fight here. And we've done our job. Nice carry, Vayne. GG. Vayne. Nap in your early 20s? That's true. You know what? What if your early 20s is like the nap of life? Definitely. All right. So a couple of things that we could have done if we knew that we were going to be going for the Giga Special from top lane tanks, then we should have done this earlier. You basically want to complete an item, get tier, and the Frostfang together, and then just be with the team, let it stack up, get some resources, work towards your second item kind of naturally. And then when you finish your second item, you're basically sitting on a full tier. This is ready to upgrade, and then you can go the rest of the path with this. We went a little bit heavy on early game to be combining with this, but it worked out. Quinn had a tough time. We talked about how they could have survived this lane if they really wanted to bully it. They could have gone for second wind and revitalize synergizing with the fleet footwork. You really don't want to be going static shiv into a lane like this. You just want to make sure that you're dealing the most amount of damage, highest total stat lines, and static shiv is giving up too much for a little bit of poke that's not really meaningful in a matchup like against a tank. Used to be the Quinn rush, right? Like Quinn existed because of static shiv back in the day. Kind of surprised at the big Bills win over the Dolphins. Yes, that was huge. Stephon Diggs was playing out of his mind, like absolutely cracked. Now I know he's got it in him. A long time ago, after his rookie year, I saw him. Maybe it was his third game. I was like, that guy is the closest thing to Jerry Rice that we've seen from receivers. Just same kind of like precision on the route run, but also acceleration out of breaks. Because like Jerry Rice's big thing, his 40 time wasn't great, but his acceleration and his ability to pull away from players was fantastic. And he didn't have like great measurables. He was just a good receiver. And in the Bill Walsh offense, which is basically what Mike McDaniels is trying to work around and work with, is timing based attacks that are meant to get your team into space. In those types of places where you can make Tyreek Hill at like absolutely phenomenal, but that's where Stephon Diggs would be incredible too. Just can create separation, can accelerate. All those type of players are going to be good, and they can create a budget Jerry Rice out of, or they can make Tyreek Hill look, better than Jerry Rice in that offense. Have I been playing TFT? Modestly, like maybe 10 games of the updated set. But I basically do a Shen one trick, just 6 invokers, keeps things simple. It's my like go-to game that I can play with my kids, with the family, when people are around, maybe a little bit distracted, or like sitting at the playground, or whatever, like if the kids are hanging out, but not so much. All right, well, let's try to go. We'll try to go Jarvan. Who else was changed up? We know Jarvan's just exceptional. Hello. That's a rarity. Maybe we go Lee Sin. Lee Sin's certainly strong enough. And you know what? Lee Sin's great for this. Because Lee Sin has all the stats in the world. Hold on a moment, please.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Alright, so that would be a great time to hold our turf there. Alright, we have a Dark Harvest Ziggs in the bot lane. Alright, let's see. Let's take a peek at Gnar. What's he thinking? We definitely want red. Let's see. There's enemy jungler. 3 camps bot side. So you know what? He's going to be free for an invade. We're just going to grab this so we get the extra stats. I am missing out on a tempo here. So misclick. Don't know why it reset that aggressively there. So we might actually be a little bit behind. My clear speed is definitely way down. This was very, very slow. Jarvan dying means we're going to go straight for his blue. Could actually look to fight him because we'll be 4 off of this. Did he see us? I'm gonna start this recall in case we see Akali and Gnar start moving towards us. But hopefully he just EQs over this wall and goes for the Don't never say it's over. Guy's gonna try to jump. Nope, he ain't got it. That's right. Yeah, the dragons was great. That set was so fantastic. It's like everything you want out of a video game, right? But I like it when they go to base sets because base sets allows people to actually see the game, right? Like, what do I want here? I'm tempted to get Doran's, like legit actually tempted to get Doran's blade right there. Wait for it. But getting the control ward means that I'll be able to be a little bit more mobile. The lucid boots, same thing. I'm going to be flying around the map a bit. There's definitely an argument for just getting stat items. Alright, what to do, what to do. We've got all these wards lit up over here. Jarvan's coming in. That's okay. Got a wave pushing out that they may try to freeze, so I may try to harass this. What's Jarvan gonna try to do here? Go to his own camps? Alright, so you know what? I'm gonna go and hedge my bets by going bot, near bot. So if a fight breaks out, I'm here for the fight. But I'm also here for the Jarvan. And clear that. They've got bot prio. I don't know that they're going to use it to necessarily come help me. Oh, hello. That's not what I wanted here. This is the opposite of what's good. Now my lucid boots may give me the way out here. I don't think so. Ah, we didn't get it. Twitch with the poison was a little bit too much. But it did pull them apart. Gave us some time. Unfortunately, they weren't really looking here. Ooh, nice. Big damage. I don't mind that. Honestly, I don't mind it. And you know what? Using my control word there, I had other options. So let's see. We've got 45 seconds until Herald, and I really want to get this Herald early. I want to give it to Volibear so he can get a gold lead on this Gnar. It's a matchup that he should be kicking ass, but you have to kind of go ham on it over and over. No. Missed my timer. The Q timer went, dissipated too quickly for me. Now I'm super far behind. On the Herald tempo. So, do I get 6 then? Let's get 6. Let me just help this guy get prio here. Here we go. Oh, did they just dash into that? Okay. I completely lost faith. This guy's alright. You know what? It's because he's AP and he's playing like he's an assassin. But with Katarina going back to mid and him playing like an assassin, there's nothing to be done like that. Just not a good setup at all. We want to have significantly more prio before we try anything like that. This guy's gonna give up on his build path. Do you have teleport? Not even.
Shut down.
She looks pretty happy here. Alright, Jarvan, you are showing, and Akali is back. I'd like to be able to kill this guy, but I have no faith in this. We also have a rapid fire cannon. That's... See? Nara's going down bot, or J4 is going down bot. I think I'm just going to use this right away. They're going for kills bot.
An enemy has been slain.
Hiya! Wow. Didn't see that happening. Shit. Oh boy. If I dropped Herald, by the way, then I would have had the Umbral Glaive. missed. And Karthus cleans this one up as well. Oh my god, we're getting gapped all over the place. Big damage. How are we gonna find our way out of this? Alright, let's try to get this shut down.
Turret plating will fall soon. An ally has been slain. Enemy rampage. Shut down.
Don't let him leave. Don't let him leave. Speed equals talent. I'm dead. He stopped hitting it. This guy's a moron. Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, me too for staying there, but like honestly, I stay that long, he can hit it. I tried to sidestep so that it would go on him with his shield because he has an enormous shield, and then I can shield him, and then that's enough to survive that. But is this what we want? Should have been thinking about this before, obviously. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe it's Iceborne, tanky-ish. We'll just keep it standard. Swain's scaling. Ziggs is on 2 items, so he's actually pretty big. Nice move, nice move. We really want Ziggs to be anti-sieging this. Let's stay right out of vision. There we go, she's committing to it. Got her. Hey! I don't know what happened here. Alright, I think I just spiked really hard. Oh, that's a kill. Guy's not juking back. Oh, she didn't have it. Alright, she's got it. Definitely dying here, though. That guy did not need to ult. But you know what? Unassisted, we accept. We take... we need to get this jungle camp. We've been flying around the map. Not doing enough. Not getting enough done. Not playing well. Not farming well. We really want Ziggs to come over here. He's got perfect items to just like slam down these turrets. No Ziggs. No. His enemy team can be going down here. They're definitely on the Herald, right? Alright, into my team. Come at me. Your team's gonna die now. They're gonna overcommit for this. Oh, Volibear's showing his strength. Big Nashor's muscles. Unfortunately, Twitch is off on the backside. These guys didn't appeal for themselves. And Akali actually gets out. Oh my gosh. And this whole time they're like, we have no idea what happened to my team. It's one of those. Alright, we're gonna go turn in the candy. Make sure that you take blue last, right? Spare it. You want to get the extra buff out. Alright, this is the tankiest item that gives us the stats that we want. Black Cleaver would also be fine, but we're not really... Well, honestly, they're not building any tanks. I'm the only source of AD. I think it's still Steric's Gauge. Alright, let's see if they, maybe they'll make a rash. Doesn't look like they're going to do anything rash here. Baron was obviously correct. Now they're just like kind of stalling in a weird spot where they're getting nothing. I'm going to sit here. I'm just gonna sit here. There's a chance they know. Right? Like, that could easily happen. There's a chance they're recalling, but at least I'm guaranteeing that, like, the worst case scenarios aren't happening. they can have dragon. Fine by me. We fix this side lane. We don't want to be fighting. Like, look at the golden inventories here. Okay. Bear off on the side lanes. No thanks. Using his Herald. Let's see if they go Baron, right? They'll say it though. We're gonna leave Gnar alone with the Herald, and they're gonna go Baron, and I'm gonna steal it, and we're gonna win. Oh man. I had dreams. Once. I had a dream. I'm malicious, mean, and scary. My sneer could curdle dairy. In violence wise, my hands are not the cleanest. But despite my ugly look and my ugly mug and my hook, I've always wanted to be a concert pianist. Anyways. You're welcome. Everyone's day was made better by this, I'm sure. Abu Top, this is the same guy as before, right? Much better game from him this time. What was it? What was it actually? It's the same guys as last time too, right? All right, time to go ranked. Let's get it going. Fully warmed up, ready to rock and roll. Jungle and top, we're playing a best of 3. We're going to be looking to maximize movement, uptime, being unpredictable. Despite what Gnar said, there was nothing unpredictable about like that position. He just didn't have any vision in the river, did not account for me being anywhere nearby, and he wasn't thinking. It's just like, yeah, I'm stomping this Volibear. Let me continue to stomp Volibear, which is a huge trap that people fall into. You should always be cognizant of where's your jungler, where's their jungler, right? Because that's how the jungle role works, is you're the glue or you're the +1. You're the one that can make +1 plays, or you're the glue that can hold it together when they're trying to make big plays. And so, yeah, you might be stomping on your guy, but you can't continue to stomp on your guy unless you know that you can win the 2v1. If you're someone like Jax or Riven that has a lot of tools for combating, or Darius, Set, people that can fight those battles. But if you're Gnar, especially when you're going mini, there's not much to be done unless you know that the other side's not going to be there, right? And it's fine. Like, if you know jungler's not there, you can still do the normal harass. You just don't need to go for the all-in. You don't need to like set a trap where you're standing in the bush and you let the Volibear walk past you and you go all in on him, because then there's no good way out, right? You got to give yourself an evac plan if you need one. Try to get an idea of what people are looking to play. And as jungle, right, we always want to glue up the lanes as much as possible. Or if there's like one champion that you absolutely don't want to deal with, it's whatever. Like, use your ban. It's such a small thing, small chance that enemy teams are doing it. But what I like to use it best for is whatever is best against what your team is hovering, right? I'm just going to ban Briar because it's still strong and I'm not there and no one else has hovered anything, and that's fine. No big deal, right? We're actually going to have some of the best picks to start with. Mumu is even obfuscated. It's not necessarily always jungle, although you haven't seen much of Mumu in support roles recently. This might give them a chance to counterpick themselves without knowing it. Nunu's strong as well. Could go Nunu, although most of his power's in his AP now, and I'm very much not comfortable building that. Could go for Diana, could go for... Oh, there's plenty of options. Let's see. Maybe we get nothing. Graves. Okay, Graves was traditionally someone that I would avoid playing a Mumu against, because it was too easy for him to get away after you land your bandage toss, but that was a long time ago. That was 4 years ago before they made the change to the bandage toss where he hit twice. I guess we're just going to go in and get some data on this. It is going to be his favor for prolonged fights, right? I can build grenade against him. I can go for the unholy pumpkin grenade build to try to just pop him and go for one shot. That works, especially if he goes for a lethality start. A little bit tougher if he goes Gore Drinker or Eclipse and then builds out from there. Vayne is a great candidate for the grenade build. So is Lux. So actually, I think that's probably enough. We'd go here. We go like this, and we're truly on that one-shot plan. We want to be able to move quickly. We want to have extra ultimates. See where we're at with this. Electrocute's the most consistent of them. First Strike does not do that much that often, but when it does in late game, especially when you like find the flank into a big team fight and you go Q into ult, flash ult, then it's absolutely wonderful. Based on what the build we have now, I really don't want to be tank against them. Hybrid, I guess, is what the answer will be. I don't know if hybrid's right. Mid is going to be an AP build, and that's plenty of damage. We have plenty of damage already. I'll tank. We're gonna go more stock standard. The question is going to be what do. Oh, we'll just go super standard here. We've got Condemn, we've got Blind, Root, Stun, and Slow. Not really enough reason to go for Tenacity. The extra speed in clearing is noticeable, so we'll go there. It was looking like an okay time to go Abyssal Mask, but after the Garen pick, we really only have one other source of AP, so going Abyssal Mask doesn't really do anything. It also doesn't defend against any of their damage besides the Lux. Conquer is not the best build for the one-shotting. Much more likely for us to go tank. I don't really want to go Demonic Embrace, though, because their damage is too high, right? So I have to go full tank against this. And just try to find Vayne and pop Vayne. We should have enough damage between Varus, Kate, and Garen. That as long as we can find this target right here, we should be good. Our damage over time will be fine against Riven. We'll just have to space her out. Garen is also very favored into the Riven, although I'm kind of upset. This guy probably took Garen as a counterpick to Riven, and now he's stuck in this awkward situation where he's playing against Yorick instead, and his E does not kill the ghouls. He's also very bad at getting out of the cage, so there's a couple of things to dislike about this situation. The good news is that it'll be very easy for me to build. Very easy to go like Bombies, get Sunfire, tank up, go from there. Might even be a... Oh, I'm not going to go Iceborne. Bring a Sweeper because no one ever does. In middle and low yellow, no one ever starts with Sweeper. If you're going to try any kind of invading, you want to be able to have that. They have Lux and Riven, the very strong level 1 champions, and we don't really want to be fighting into it. That said, we do have Karma. Yeah, I went for his full combo. Straight away from the Vayne. You gonna die too? We had to use our potion there, but it's no big deal. Unless some people die here. The potion! The fact that no one else is dying here is kind of awkward. You know what? Because of that fast start, let's go with this. I'm also going to go other side because Vayne having blown everything, Riven having blown everything, and we haven't gotten anything from Urgot. I'm not really looking to gank Urgot right now. I want to dogpile onto bot lane. So I'm going to be pathing towards there. We're going to go full clear. We should be totally fine on the tempo. Make sure to aggro this so you can get the extra hits off ASAP. Did I say Urgot? Yorick. This guy is kind of got a hard on here, so we may make an adjustment for our plan here. There's no way they have a ward here. I'm just going to come in at this Riven. Oh, I was trying to get her in the middle of a dash. But she's probably the type that wants to try to outplay all day long, since that's clearly what she's all about right now. That guy has 3 potion advantage as well. Me showing is actually really bad. Really, really bad. I need to make sure that that play works. And I wasn't positive. I could have waited to see like what Varus cooldowns were going to look like. But we have to be super, super careful about Graves. Little Fiesta to start the game. Might go for a repeat gank on this Riven. But it will cost me a lot of tempo elsewhere. Oh, Graves showed bottom. That's so good for us. Alright, so... Wait, Graves is on 2 camps? Despite how poorly I went, you know what he must have done? He must have stopped after red and come to mid. That's the only way that this makes any sense. So this actually might give us a better gank angle on mid. I'm not going to pop this Blast Cone, or this Scryer's Bloom, because I don't want them to know where I'm at. Instead, I just want to get behind Riven. I could skip this as well. Varus is so low. Oh, they're trying to bait? Okay. It's kind of risky. He has no flash, right? Her flash should be on my timer. I can never catch her here, but all I'm trying to do is actually just push her out of the lane. Just gonna Q over that wall. We'll turn this on just in case. So this is one of those cases where you can path through a lane and there's no downside, right? You just go straight through. It allows Varus to get their recall off, and it means that I can go. Now he's actually turning back around again, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt. Riven's never going to take any of this damage. He should just be looking for his recall. There we go. She committed. Does get to move away. She's going towards the Graves. I'm just going to help this guy get his clear off, so that he can recall. I just really, really want him to go. And I'm going to hang out for a bit just to make sure that Riven isn't just popping the wave. This is all for Varus. This has nothing to do with me. It's slowing me down tremendously. I actually missed a chance to Q there. If I had Q'd in the middle of her combo, she actually dies. Ay, that's really bad. Alright, this guy's not actually mechanically good. I'm just so bad. And he... No good. No bueno. I screwed it up enough and then I let Hubris get through to me. I was like, this guy's been making mistakes. I can do it. And that's not really the approach to take. Alright, and she's making demonstrably awful decisions. The all-in at level 1, continuing to stay in bad lane states, everything about what she's doing is actually pretty loose. Nope. Yeah, we're out. He took everything, that's fair. So I've got 2 options here. Garen should not be fighting this, not even a little bit. We could try to use the power that we're indubitably going to get from bot lane with the Karma Caitlyn advantage here, but we can also just go and invade with that same thing. So Dragon is kind of finite. You get Dragon and then that's the end of it. That's it. It looks like they're actually battling, so I might try to hover a little bit more. But instead I can come into here, squash all of Graves' momentum after his recall. So he took 2 of my camps. Now I take them back away. And I kind of hover this bot side, and it makes me very strong into this potential for a fight down here. I'm always going to keep an eye on what's going on here. They're leaving first. Probably just have to flash. Especially with Riven going for a flank there. I don't know what this game is. There's some really weak play here. Easy. Right? Like the easiest kills in the world. Just gonna fly straight through here. We could go straight to their camp. That play. Now Graves is wondering which camps are actually up and which are down. He's gonna be going to his red because he's worried about me taking that. But I'm actually just gonna grab this. Now, it's worth noting that I have to keep track of where their potential wards are, right? Graves invaded my top side 90 seconds ago. So there's been very little time for him to be back on his side of the river. No one's had any reason to leave their lanes to ward. There's been nothing to accomplish by going to those positions, which is why I can go to these spots. Now, I am taking a big risk right here by hanging out even remotely for this Herald. Yorick looks like he's recalling, but he might be on here. This could be an int. This is me taking a tactical risk, we'll call it. We're preying on the, or exploiting the bad habits of players in Gold Plat. Getting pretty antsy getting up all the way up there. I'm going to stay nearby because the Graves could be here, and he is. We found him. Absolutely, we do this. Use this to gap close. Okay. We'll just get the push. It's not about any amount of farm for us. It's just about getting push prio so that we can take other things with the team, right? Bot side Scuttle Crab is up. Garen needs to get back to his side of the map, so we want everything to happen very quickly. Bot side is looking like a candidate for an ultimate. We're also going to hover here as close to darkness as possible because of a Graves that might be showing up.
An enemy has been slain.
They must know I'm here, right? They ended up killing the Vayne anyways. Okay. So they don't really need help. I could be looking for a dragon. I want to make sure they get my camps respawned. There's Graves as promised. Now we can go hover down here in case they're trying to make any kind of play happen. We're here to counter. So basically we're just trying to look to counter everything that Graves does. Don't need to do anything fancy. Although I could right here. Let her get the casters. We'll go for the push. We get prio. They get recalls. She should be looking to back here. Absolutely not trying to step up. You know, Kate, you already died once like this. Please get the fuck out. And just because you can punish your opponents for bad recall timers and for bad awareness, you also need to encourage your teammates to get good stuff. Oh, that's too early. Whoops. I'm going to take this camp close to the wall. Alright, you guys know why I'm doing this? And let's see, how much of this can we get? Now check out this trick, alright? Look at these defenses. If I go up and hit this turret with the Varus, these defenses will go up by a significant amount. Instead, they only go up by 40. I go nearby, this is fine. Now we can go up. You can see the difference, how much it's going to go up. It's going to continue to go up. if you'd have two people hitting it the first time around, then it would go and stack up significantly more, and then we don't get the extra bonus from this true damage here. So now we get it all the way down to one plate. We get the maximum amount of gold here. Varus gets a huge recall. All right, with that kill, there can have Nashor's Tooth and significant play. That's fine. Oh, oh, he's pinging that Riven's missing. Found the Graves. Keep this in vision where we can see the Graves if he does decide to come over the wall. And we have 3,000 gold, so we're not looking to actually pick any fights here. Alright, we're going to go a little bit closer to the Garen just to kind of shadow in case we need to. And that's exactly why. Now we do have enough health that we can just go for this push here. We don't want to do anything more. Don't even need to stick around to try to get the plate, because again, Graves could wrap on us and could be stronger. Yorick has his Unleashed Teleport, could be moving around to take us there. So we're just going to take what's afforded to us. What do I want? I want Even Shroud. We're going to go with Even Shroud this game, and we're going to go with an extra Control Ward. This whole time, we've kind of been dangling the dragon there as a bait for like things that they might maybe want to get to. There's the Yorick teleport, so this is a free push for Garen. Everyone else should kind of be backing off. Weird time to ult. Now, we might actually be stronger here, except for the Yorick. But the fact that Yorick is here means we don't need to take any fight. We can just let Garen go for the big push. I'm going to hover in case they try to dive the cape, because they've got a level 11 Yorick here with a big item. And unfortunately, she did not respect it. That's enough. So again, right, just shadowing. We're not wasting any time. This guy goes any further, I just step up. No, don't miss it. That is so not worth it. Just take your recall. That guy has his ultimate on and is ghosting. You do not want to be looking for trades here at all. I'm just going to do this. Help her clear the wave. I'll stand here to make sure that Vayne doesn't think of anything funny. And then they can rotate. So yes, I do have to use some of my time to make that play into what it is. All right, no, Karma, you need to back off. Look at how few people we have information on. This is what's known as a roam timer, by the way. If you're playing support, this is 100% a time that you do not want to be at bot lane. You actually want to go elsewhere. You want to help your team do other things, because there's nothing to accomplish in bot. Should be okay for us. Giving a little bit of vision. They block, that's okay. Not the end of the world. This can be a tough play to reach for. Again, I'm mostly here as insurance, and I'm willing to take the hit early as well. Don't int. This Garen's walking into a no prio situation. He's going 1v3. There's nothing good to be gained here. He's just pincering himself. Alright, we go on the Vayne, 100%. She's good. So again, like right now, I haven't tried to do that much. I've even made some mechanical fumbles, and still we're completely dominating this game, right? All we need to do is be solid, punish the mistakes as they're made. We've got Even Shroud in base. Gonna go for the Graves here if we can. Oh, that was short by a mile. Never had a chance. That's fine. Use his flash, that's okay. Case in point. Now Graves is going to be too weak to want to step back in the jungle, so he's going to stay away. So now I can pan my camera over here, right? I don't need to be looking at the camps I'm clearing. Should always be looking at, like, what's the next decision? What's the map going to look like next? Wolves is going to respawn. We know that Gromp is probably coming shortly after that. They have a control word right here that definitely saw me. Now these things are actually going to do him a disfavor. Hey! Not even close. Super calculated. I could die to a Graves all over the wall, by the way. I can't dive into raptors. Normally I would double stack these camps and farm them together, but it's too risky with the Riven being in that area. They have even warded. Yeah, there it is. Alright, we need to shop. We've got too much money. Is it time? I think it's time. You know what time it is, right? This is mostly just for the move speed. The AP is not something we care about, nor are we going to play particularly like we need to keep the stacks alive. But it is a decent spike, especially after you get something like Even Shroud, because, hey, that's extra stats on these items. For it. I wanted my level up. Okay. Could have smitten it. I didn't want them to chunk it any further. Tried to stop. Tried to get fancy with it. Could have just cast Smite. My bad. A little bit tilted maybe about the pings. No, that is not for you to farm, Karma. That's for me to hold and keep low for the Caitlyn or the Varus to take. There we go. Smite button works. Can confirm. Guys, we've got full stacks of passive. Wait for the dash before you go for anything. Wait for the dash. Again, you just wait for dash movements, right? Like, wait for them to make some kind of committal movement before you actually go on anything. You know what I'll do? I'll do this. Because they know we're coming. They actually moved their control ward. Now, because I'm red team, where should I place this ward? If I were sieging this normally, I'd want to tuck it back on this side of the pit, right? I want to keep it far away from the blue team who can come in and just walk straight up and take it. But obviously, since we already scoured this, we can see everybody else on the map. Then we don't need to actually do that. Now, I kind of want to stay out on the map here. I also kind of want to go get part of Zhonya's. This is not what we want. Yeah, I understand. We've got some discrepancies, right? Zero Mastery Garen. We've got bot lane that keeps on pushing this all the way. Karma's over near this side when we've got Kate dying mid. There's like so many things that we can improve. Now this team is full AD. Thornmail is a fine thing. Zeke's Convergence is also a great item. Gonna be working on less budget. I don't really want to do this. I don't want to sell that. I'm gonna need it. I'm not that far away. One jungle cycle is gonna get me there anyways. So anyways, we didn't really get to use Baron that much. Also, like, fighting the Yorick was a huge waste of the Baron buff. Now leave this, always. Leave this for the Varus. Alright, camps are down. We can still push. We've got a minute 20 on Baron. Oh, Varus backing means we have to stop. Nope, you're done. You're done. Unless they know something I don't know. Which, you know, they could. There's always a chance. I've got flash ult here. Guy gonna leave another ward or no? Got the big silence. Beautiful. I actually don't want that to hit. I'm glad it missed. Mountain Drake? No thank you. No. Alright, that's going to be the end of the push. We got to ping for the Garen to step back, because since he's on a new champion, he's thinking about what his champion can do and not about where to be. I'm going to leave this for the Kate in case she wants to ride out. Auto tax, please. Thank you. I'm buying time for my team to respawn and do all the things that they need to do right here. Karma's going to be typing up a storm, it looks like. She's definitely AFK to do something, so can't really help it. He bought anathemas. Okay. Something, that's a choice. Tried to do it from fog. Those are some spells. Those are major spells down right there. We do have window to go forward. We get this angle? Yeah, we get this angle. Alright, we're all in. I'm using my ult on this guy. Don't you die, fella. It's fine. We get the big problem out. No. Like, this is... People need to understand that that's a fine trade. Like, Yorick's a huge problem. He got really far ahead of our top laner. So it's okay. I could have potentially not used my ultimate and saved it for the big team fight. But also, like, just getting that guy off the map. I don't even care that they have an inhibitor right now. Because what else are they going to do? We go straight here and we catch this on spawn if people aren't too busy typing. Karma. Luckily, Varus damage is insane here. Not my favorite. But they are full AD. Frozen Heart is probably just better, but Frozen Heart will be what I replace this with. If we can rotate and catch York, that would be fantastic. I missed my angle. He came down here. Alright, level 3 ultimate. See what kind of vision they have. We might be able to hide this pocket. Start moving forward. We don't need anything else. We just need her to start dumping spells and wasting spells, which she will indubitably do. Don't need to stay on both of them. Super deep, obviously. Making space for everybody else. I don't know what Vayne was doing, probably typing toxically. We're gonna play the odds here. So now we can sell Magi's, make it a part of this. May not need to. They just did a beautiful little combo right there. Graves, all of his damage, and Riven's Burst all came out at once. It was pretty nice. This is just a Lux. Oh no, don't get hit. Big shields by Karma, nice job. A little bit slow on the redemption, but we're okay here. But Vayne is alive and mad. They just wanted the storyline. We have a teleport behind. The Maiden is dead. Oh, he's so close. Missed it. I boofed it. That's too bad. We had to get that right. Had to keep people alive. Redemption needs to be on spot. Need to not trade. I need to not die. Plenty of things that we can do a little bit better. Felt like that was going to be enough for the win, but it wasn't. It should have been. At high levels, that's enough for. Varus played well. So big. I will be right back. 1 second. Alright, we back. Alright, a lot of things we could have done better there. I don't mind the macro choices though. The micro, obviously we can play that way, way, way better. We don't want to get too caught up in people going bottom. certainly we have to make sure that everyone stays alive if we're going to go for that all in. Jungler. Mid lane Briar. Alright, let me ban Galio, because Galio is a very natural counter. You can taunt. They already self-taunt once, and then if they get taunted again with Galio under turret, you can actually keep them under turret, and then you can lock them down. You can also follow where they go. Other counters are champions like Shen, Rammus, but Galio is going to be that mid lane. Yeah, the scaling's crazy. What do we want to augment this with? Probably something like Jarvan, but it's banned. We'd go with Ivern. We're going to go like this. Nocturne Briar is a fantastic combination. Turning out the lights means that they won't be able to see who's getting hit by the ultimate, and we can make sure that we can get big dog piles like that. Alright, we have a Mumu. We clearly win the 1v1 super hard against him, so we can just go like this setup, and we can just go for generic power. Gore Drinker will be fine. Stridebreaker will probably be the one that we go for. Could go for lethality, depending on what the rest of the builds are like and who we have to target. High chance that it's Seraphine support, but it could be mid. Higher chance that we have an Akali mid, which is actually Briar's like favorite matchup, right? Doesn't have to care as much about the shroud. Keeps on going, deals splash damage, heals up through it all. Can also put the E in, and the E cone is about the size of the shadow that she puts out. Kled is a big problem for Briar though. Don't want that. So it's probably going to be Kled top, mid, and support. Nocturne is someone that has a tough time with Kled as well, right? The Kled dismount is very good against anyone that has all-in trying to 100 to 0 you. But Nocturne will have some amount of power. It also helps me to have the lethal tempo, especially with this triple melee on the top side of the map. We should be okay to get a lot of fights from this. Also, let's see, we've got Senna Ezreal, which is an ass lane, but I can be the pivot point. So everything's kind of pointing to me being like more bruisy. Bruiser build, maybe Death Dance, probably Guardian Angel. I'm going to have to be that front that goes in with Briar, and then let Aatrox play around with Ezreal on the backside, so then I can pivot off the two of us. Kind of an awkward team fight. One of those like double AD, triple tank, except for instead of triple tank, we're going triple Bruiser. And that's not even guaranteed, right? We might have like Prowler's Claw here. We might have Eclipse or Duskblade here. Kled is a very natural counter to Aatrox. There is a heal cut. Heal cut on the second half of the Q, so once it pulls in, it has that heal cut attached to it. Also has the free dismount when Aatrox tries to go all in for a kill. He's not actually getting that reset, and Kled tends to be able to get the space back on him. Now in this quadruple range matchup, it's not like having mages against or ranged against melees where you absolutely want this warded, but I kind of want this warded because I want Senna to get the better half of this, and I want to make sure that they're playing from ahead. Now I say this all the time, but low and mid ELO, you can get away with staying here and doing this for the maximum amount of time. If you're in high ELO or in elite, then you have to get in, get out, and do it quickly. Not only because people are always fighting for that bush and you're bound to get seen or discovered, but also because they're bound to be elsewhere as well, and you just need to get back out on the map. Now, Amumu is a fight that I can win. We can go after him level 3. Briar should have prio against Akali as well. Might even look to help. Stepping the wave back just so that the mid laner doesn't see it. Alright, looks like they are leashing. I'm doing this clear rather than Krugs to red because I want to go path back towards... Sorry, because I want to go invade. Because I'm not trying to path back towards the normal avenues. Also a chance that we just get to pick up this fight here. I am in 100%. I don't mind this. That wave will fix itself. Now Kled needs to worry about invades. I can go over here and start fighting Amumu, but it actually looks like Amumu went here. Okay. Wait, this is up, so he pulled it to the top? What is this? Okay, I've been bamboozled. Small victories. Try to get him to dismount. Oh, don't take that. The guy's got double buffs. He's going to be remounting. You do not have enough damage at level 3 on Aatrox to get out. The fact that they're chasing, though, is very good for us. This means Briar should 100% just go get this push here. This guy does not have teleport. He needs to leave. Alright, awkward game. There's a, oh, that is a no courage, Kled. So once you have Kled dismounting for the second time, he loses that ability to regain his courage, and you can go for all-ins right there. Briar's gonna be very good into those situations. What do I want here? Taking blue was actually a mistake. Should have taken one of the other ones first. Now, Amumu did look like he went... Alright, so that's what he did. He went 3 camp and just juggled around top. That's so bizarre. And why did this guy stay with 1 health? Don't do that. Also, don't press your W if you're a Nocturne clearing jungle camps. Two reasons to kite wolves. Wolves attack faster than any other jungle camp, and they move faster. So you want to get them in between animations so that they only do 1, and then you can trade auto for auto rather than letting them rip into you for the same amount or the same pace that they do, or that you do to them. Also, it allows your jungle Pokemon to deal a little bit more damage while you're kiting them, so it really doesn't affect your downtime. Make it look like I'm leaving. There's 4 seconds lingering vision. That was a mistake. Gonna kill a ward just to make sure. And get those kills. That was a foolish play by them. This guy's on 29 CS, which means he cleared. He did the whole other side. He got probably topside scuttle before then. But he should be dealing with respawning camps here. Unless last time I just caught him on a 3 camp. Yeah, alright. Is that what he did? He did 3 camps into blue. That's why he was still 2. Okay, that explains it. And that's good news. It's good news that we got bamboozled. I'll tell you why. This Amumu took a camp, did this. I almost guarantee you, if you watch the replay or watch this live, I bet he went red raptors into blue, which is a path that gets you level 2, which was not good enough to do anything. Right? It was good enough to lose that fight. Oh, chain reaction here. This guy should be pinging if he's going to go for an all-in down there. Going to path through mid and pick up some of the CS. This will get me to level 6. On any camp. Gromp will be up and that'll be enough. They're going to take Dragon, a little bit loss of tempo. No big deal. Could go take red and try to for a gank right away. Higher chance of success rate when you have that red buff. But I also don't want to donate it when it's a kind of a reach right now. No dragon, okay. I'm down with no dragon. Get ready, get ready. Tank and 2300. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We never do this, and you know what? Maybe I won't. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna start now. We never go Axiom Arc. I think Axiom Arc's bad. There's a world where maybe we can do this, but like we're sitting around waiting for it when we could get the boots, get other things done seems a lot better. We're in a very good spot here. Briar's going to be much bigger than a Kali. Not much, but somewhat bigger. That int in the bot lane was a little bit loose. Now, what I hope didn't happen, which it looks like it happened, was someone got tilted that Senna got the kills. And wasn't able to do anything. Yeah, let's do it. Hey, he just cast. Oh, he doesn't have it. Oh my goodness. I saw this and thought it was the ultimate. That's just no good. My bad. If there's a cannon here, we're gonna go for more. Alright, so teleport comes out. We don't really have enough prio to go for anything like Herald, but we can move along on this side of the map, try to get out. Try to get the Aatrox out of a bad spot. But he's in the happy spot right now, so he'll be alright. Gonna keep this blast going around. Do it. Fine. Flash ult. Accept those. Make it look like I'm not doing Herald. That has lingering vision for about 4 seconds. Always use your W to block the charge here because it gives you extra attack speed when you proc it. It's actually a really good fight for us. I should probably be there. I want to keep track of cooldowns. Let me just drop this and then continue down there. That's all the Amumu. No big deal. Not worth spam pinging over. Guy's probably talking to his team too. He's not a threat, right? You don't need to get every single kill on the map. Getting kills is great. It's awesome. But like, when they can't answer you, they're like too low to do anything about it anyways. You're just as good continuing the whatever tempo play is available to you. So I've got 3,500 right now. We'll grab the scuttle and then we'll back off. Then we want to make sure that blue's up a little bit longer so that we have blue when we're casting our next ultimate. That's our like one little goal here. Could stick around to help with a push here. The problem is the amount of gold that we have in our inventory. What do we want?
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Ezreal tilts out of his mind when someone's taking his Lucky Charms.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
All right, again, when you're taking camps, you want to take this. A lot of people think that you want to get this for the respawns faster, but largely you want to have as much uptime on your buffs as possible. You also want these camps, which are a bigger source of XP, to be respawning faster. So your general jungle tempo wants to include blue or red last. This is something that a lot of people get wrong. I don't want to go after that Kled. Just has to ult there. I'm going. Thanks for the peel, guys. Gonna come back. Stay alive. We'll go for another round in a moment, but we'll let Briar kind of heal up big here. Not quite enough. It is enough. Fewer pings, okay? Fewer pings. More you ping, the less you play. Right, those are APMs. That is 4 actions you have to take to ping. Move the mouse, press a button, click the mouse, drag the mouse. Don't think she was playing around the spell shield there. Hunting without a plan. All right, we have to start considering what we're going to do to help our team out. Black Cleaver is a very logical next choice. We're we're going to start transitioning our lead to our teammates, okay? I'm huge. I need to make sure that I'm doing what's not only good for me, but also great for my teammate. Amumu is absolutely tiny. We've gapped this guy. Now, there's nothing really to happen on the map, so I'm just going to keep farming, going to do a normal clear, and then path my way back towards this. Tried to turn out the lights. Very unfortunate that I get nothing for my ultimate there. And I turn around on my own red buff. Everything was about as bad as it could be. And that's the risk of trying to play around your teammates, but ultimately that you can have the better rewards. And if you're trying to get really good, and anyone on this channel will make it to diamond, if you get to that high ELO, you're going to need these skills. So I don't mind doing it. Probably just have to give this. Guy's looking like he wants it. Take it. Let's pull it out. We got so much of that fronted. How did the Senna get all the way over here? How did that happen? That's on me. If I don't know the answer to that question, then I probably did something wrong. Big heals, big heals. Amumu's tiny. He can get more heal procs off of that. I almost got that one too. Senna went back. Okay, it's fair. It is what it is. 19 minutes. We have just enough time to go take Rift Herald. It's going to be very, very close. We need to get in the camp by 1935. This blast cone should be out. We're actually going to use Yumu's to get there. Uh-oh. This is not really what we want here. They can split the aggro too easily. Cheering for you, baby, I know. Oop, that was too early. Relax with the pings, guys. Yes, there's an outside chance I could have survived there long enough to get to that fight, but like... only maybe. I'd love to just be here. I keep on pressing my W. I'm dyslexic. It's so random to be there. We have Briar that can get us from basically all the way across the map. Where do I want to plug this? Again, we're red team, so I'm going to try to stick it out of vision. It's death. Bait for the Briar. That guy's dead. Finish this kill, then we'll go on the Akali. Fine. Alright, don't kill dead wards. She's kills, please.
Your turret has been destroyed.
What else do we want? We said that we were going to be like bruiser this game. We're not really going that. We did get huge though. So how do we transition? Do we go into this and then into GA? Here's some Moo. We layered our fear, we're good. That's exactly what we want. We've got 42 seconds to pick up this red. Hey! That was a mistaken flash.
Shut down.
These guys love to ping, man. Like, big time. Maybe we just follow the center around. We have pressure here. Unfortunately, there's nothing that it's going to gain for us. Walking up with it, it's probably only just going to get us into trouble. We should consider just grouping with Senna now. Alright, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. This is how we're gonna hybridize. We're gonna get this, play for a spike right now, try to win this fight. Israel's gone, so we actually need... Senna, relax. It's like tilting everybody. Alright, you know what we can do here is just push mid. We can push mid. Now they're actually forked. They have to answer Nocturne, but they also have to go and cover Dragon. Now we can go in between. We wait for them to recommit. Once they recommit to Dragon, which is what they've just done, and I cast E or W for the 4th time.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, this is actually going to be good then. There's the Briar Nocturne combo. Like to have vision right here. She couldn't resist. She just one-shot the guy? I think I'm good here. Alright, we won't follow that one anymore. Let me, cause it heals me. That's fine. I get out. I don't mind if they escape. We've got 90 seconds. We'll be okay for this. And we have Edge of Night plus some. Oh, she's making a big mistake here. Senna, Wardstone is a huge power spike. You should consider for whatever is next in your build. If she buys it. She should have enough money. She just split pushed 3 waves. No, 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 no. You serious right now? Okay. This is ridiculous. The spam pinger obviously is the one who knows least. They've got all the mechanics to be able to do more. I'm just aggro Baron. I want them to see what they're colliding with. You know what? We have to call for back off because Briar's not here. We absolutely want to just get push and then leave, get into the fog again. Plus we've got the blue Pokemon, so we get to do this where we can kind of fly around the map a little bit. They're engaging, which means that we go forward all the way. So we're going to play for both inhibs here. We're going to turn on our elixir because we just wanted to get the most out of the push. Senna is being absolutely absurd. Hopefully, I mean, they can end here. I'm going to try to get them to back. If they back, great. If any single one of them comes back to me, it's a huge mistake. This guy's going to come and try to stop backs. Can we make it to this? Probably not. Yikes, guys. I'll just give this guy stayed cool because he had to deal with that nonsense all game. We need to talk about dress response. Everybody hates you and plays much worse. Senna. We'll try to insist. We'll see. We'll give him a chance. I don't mind, like, this guy needs to come to the realization that he's an asshole in game and it makes himself play worse and it makes his teammates play worse. And we talk about this all the time if anyone wants to see it. Fast 5, controlling your emotions. Boom. This is your video, okay? This is the one that you want to watch if you have issues with this in any kind of way. Replacing your stress response is something that you can train. Since I normally go over, I'll just talk about the training, right? When you actually want to fix it, go in and give yourself a normal challenge. Let's say you're a laner and you want to practice your CS, okay? Very simple challenge, try to get 100 CS in 10 minutes. By giving yourself a measurable thing, you can decide whether or not you're getting better or worse. You can implement different things like awareness and what time is it? Where's the jungler? Where could people be? And you got to ask yourself these questions. And we have level ups, right? Level 1 is just go in and get the most CS you can at 10 minutes. Level 2, do it, but also adding in different mechanical, right? Use it with a stop command. Go in, you want to start creating pushes and crashes. Level 3, you want to do it where you can actually recall without losing anything, right? You create triple stacked waves that sit under turret, and then you can get your recall off, you can come back, you can practice good recalls. There's all sorts of things like that. The important thing is, though, you can also train your mental response, because you're inevitably going to make a mistake. And when you make that mistake, take a deep breath, hold it, release after 4 seconds. Hold again. And this simple exercise is something that you can do to replace your stress response, whatever it is, because those red umbrella, those red button responses where you lash out and like that game was just, I don't know how many pings. It had to be about 200 pings that game. That stuff, all of those pings, each one of which is 4 actions at least. We're talking about 800 actions over the course of the game that are all spent doing that, and you're not thinking. Instead, you can turn that into, all right, what's the situation? I'm hot, I'm stressed, I'm pissed off about something, whatever it is, and say, okay, this is where it is. I'm hot here. I'm tight in my chest. When you take that deep breath, you breathe the energy into the place where you're feeling it, and you can use this for nerves. If you're giving a big presentation at work or at school, you can do it for a big game. You're feeling those butterflies and you're feeling kind of loose, or a big moment like a penalty kick. You can say, all right, my legs feel like jelly. And you breathe your energy into the spots in your body where you need it, and you say, I'm going to give you the tools you need to succeed. And you just address that fact. You come to terms with it, and then you say, all right, what's the next right move? Because now you've cleared your body of the stress. You've resolved it, and you can make the next right choice. This game, Senna pinging 800 actions on pings is just ridiculous. Now, Ezreal, I'm gonna tell you, Ezreal, they need it as well, because I'm sure that they triggered Senna here by getting pissed about a kill steal. And it's like, Senna is just as much the carry as you are. This is a bad lane. We shouldn't ever be pairing these two. And if you really want to climb, you probably just dodge this game. But it is what it is. You've got a Senna. You've got an Ezreal. You've got a Nocturne that's huge that's going to be in front of them. You've got Briar and Nocturne together that is actually going to turn out the lights and fear everybody that shows up. That should be a good recipe for a good fight. Think about that and how you're going to work in that time frame, or in that frame, rather than just sitting on the ping buttons. It'll make you a better player. It'll make the people around you better, because believe me, it is proven 97% of players are better when they're not pissed, all right? When they're not stressed. There's a optimal amount of anxiety that you get where it's just like, where you care, right? You want to have a little bit of the butterflies because it tells you that you care, and then you address it, and then you play the best that you can. But in this situation where you're just like, I'm still mad about that kill steal, ping, 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 and then retaliation, ping, 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 over and over and over, you just sit in that same place. People don't trust you anymore because they don't like you. When they don't trust you, they don't perform well. Now you can't trust them because they're not doing their job to their fullest. So it's self-deprecating behavior. People in this ELO is a true melting pot. In gold, silver, gold, platinum, you get a mix of talent. There's all sorts of things. Some people know the game really well. Some people have good mechanics. Some people are stoic. Some people are really good cheerleaders. Some people have really good game knowledge and matchup knowledge. Some people are on one tricks and they have complete mastery of their champion. And you have this mix of all these types of skills. And if you're in this game, then I guarantee you that there's an element that you are just bad at, right? There's very few people that are just even across the board and they're just like slowly creeping up like this because they're getting slightly better at other things. There's always an element that is keeping you back. And that's what we try to identify. In this game, it's pretty easy to talk to Senna and Ezreal about this. It's like, all right, stress response, fix this, boom, instant emerald. Just like instantaneous. I kid you not. That is 10% change in your win rate. That'll get you up. Basically, every 2.5% is another rank that you'll climb, instantly up to emerald. Just on that small change, maybe even more. Everyone who's in this game has something to work on. I always have things to work on. Playing better starts with me, right? I'm the worst player in this game. Clicking and whatnot, old hands, like this is the things that I can work on. This is what I would give to myself. But if you're here, there's something else that you can work on. If you're interested in finding out what that is, go to gigagamingacademy.com and set up a free evaluation, and we'll look. I'll go over your game. We'll work on in first session. Anyone who's in the game with me gets a free lesson, so we can go over it. And whether or not you want it to be about League of Legends, or you just want to meet with this performance psychologist and talk to them about why do I get so pissed when I play, or whatever it is, or how can I unlock my focus to just like be that 100% all the time. Whatever it is you want to work on, you can work on it. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. Oh, Dassault, what's up? I keep playing against you. GG's. Always perform well as a jungler. Thank you. I try to do what I can. Which one is you? Oh, there we go. Seraphine. Well, I was hunting. You know what? You were playing my favorite champion, so I had to hunt all day long. Yeah. A couple big clutch ults, especially following up with the Kled engage. Very easy to play this combination, Kled and Mumu Seraphine. Very good job in the Baron pit. That was probably a huge swing for this fight, so good job on that. That's the plan, so that's why I picked Nocturne, because the synergy is very, very strong between the two of these. Basically, the moment Briar casts her ult, I cast mine. And it doesn't even matter what else is happening on the map, because Briar's counterplay is, hey, look, someone's about to get hit, let's dogpile on top of them, right? That person's just going to kite, everyone else focus Briar, that's it. Well, that can't be done when the paranoia sets in. So hopefully, that's what I wanted, like, scary succubus vampire chick is going to devour you. Nocturne is going to turn out the lights and just make the most nightmarish situation that you can think of. And basically everybody needs to be like, whoa, hold on, I'm back. You know, something. Hopefully we get them to disorganize. That's where we thought we had the win, and frankly, we should have had the win on that flank, on the flank ult, where we had people moving away from Dragon, moving back towards Raptors. Nocturne was coming in that way as Briar's ulting back in this way, and we got the sandwich. That was everything working as intended. We could have won off of that if people were a little bit more focused, but we had some of our own issues. Right here, right? Let me swap this to Blue Vision, actually, see what they see. So this is the play. Ezreal ults is actually really fortuitous timing on this. I don't think that they're trying to steal anything. I actually like this placement to deal damage to where the ranged people likely are. I really like this play by Ezreal. Deal some amount of damage. Now we disappear. Akali has left. Now we have our chance to go in. Aatrox ults, he's coming in. Boom, we can turn off the lights. Briar ult goes off because we know where they're going to be. And this just has to be terrifying. The lights go out. The Briar scream. Ezreal ult. Aatrox is coming. This is hell, right? Just immediate flash. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on here. And then we just smush everybody. This should have been enough for the win. Let me go over real quick since we got a couple minutes before I got to pick up the kiddos. You flashed to dodge the fear. I was like, that's why I liked the flank position. But if we're truly heads up, we can see. All right, we have one extra turret shot, and it was a charged up turret shot, so that's no good. Let's go back to red team, how they're supposed to do it. So if you're trying to win the game here, 3 people are dead. You have 20 seconds. This is absolutely an ending window. Or at the very least, you can get 2 inhibs if you fail. But the things to note are, where are your waves? All right, no wave mid means that we don't need to be hanging around mid, so always be looking to pressure here. This gate, these posts are actually the extremity of where this vision comes, all right? So you can drop wards from here to here. You can't drop them any further. The turret will actually see it. So if we go to blue vision, you can get away with a ward on these posts, on the inside edge of these posts. Otherwise, this thing will see it. You can kind of get a better idea right here. Right, this is the area that they can't see, and you just get the vision right there. So this ward is something we want. We want to make sure that we're going over to wherever the wave is strongest, and then we just go for a collapse 5v2. Now, it is worth noting that red team used all of their ultimates, so we don't necessarily have everything we need to consolidate this, but Amumu is on 1.5 items. Akali is the only threat here. Now, she is big. She ends up getting a kind of ridiculous kill here. E2 into QR, beautifully mechanically done to pop the Aatrox. We needed to keep this guy alive. Once we lose that one, that's basically the end of the kill threat. Maybe could have ulted earlier. He just came up right there. Flashes it. Now we don't have any more plays, and that's okay. We can get these 2 turrets, and that's enough. Honestly, if Briar had just come along here, we could have had a better chance at popping this. Also, Briar has a point-and-click stun for Akali, which would have been very good. Instead, we end up popping out of this with no real threat. Akali dies, yes, but now 4 people are respawned, and we have nothing left. And so now any amount of deaths here is bad. I stepped forward to help these guys get out. I forget whether or not they got the rest of the way out here. They should. I think we end up chaining a death. Yeah, no, what was this one? This one was just kind of random by ourselves. But all game, we were dealing with like Senna split pushing, being awkward places. These 2 people got sick at each other, so they never went to the same lane for the rest of the game, I think, except for a couple random fights. We're a little bit overstepped here. This is way past. You can see this prong of vision anytime. If you can picture a fork, if you're eating with a fork and the fork would be uncomfortable to eat with, then you're pushing too far. That's the rule of split pushing. All right, we have 1-3-1, kinda. Nocturne's hovering between 2 different places because it's something they can do. But Briar up here, we've got Aatrox Senna. If we even just back it up a moment, if you look, this prong is significantly far ahead. This would be an uncomfortable fork. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to flip everybody off. An uncomfortable fork is right here. And if you step up and you push this wave at all, now it's too far ahead of the other waves anyways. All right? Briar was up in an uncomfortable spot because you see all this negative vision right here. You don't see anything. And now this wave is pushed, and now what do we get to do with it? There's nothing. All right, so this is why you don't want to fast push these waves. At best, you go up and you just chip out the casters. You kill the casters only, and then you let this wave build. You let the next wave come in and get bigger and then build, and then it starts pushing on its own. Then you can fast push side lanes, and then it all comes in and it converges together, and that's how you create the biggest pushes in the game. Now we have 2 people up. No real spot to go. I shouldn't have stepped up forward. This is a mistake by me. This is showing my team confidence when we should not have any confidence here. Senna should not be looking to clear wards. Akali killed Briar. This was 15 seconds ago. Briar is not in the game. She could be roaming over. She could be as close as like right here. Or she could have come out of base and home guarded and been using these. And this is a complete, kind of egregious misplacement by us. And this is what ends up getting us into trouble. Now, this is much on me as it is on them. Now, here's the window where the last thing I want to talk about. When we're talking about like counterplay and what we might get, we do have exposed inhibitors. So anytime we can take a wave and turn it into a crash is a fantastic chance to create tempo. Now in this, the problem is the moment I show myself, the moment that I cast anything on this wave, now they can make an informed decision. Everyone else is in fog. I'm going to push this. And now, based on what I just spoke about before, was it correct to hard shove this or not? It's not. Okay, because if you look where the waves are coming up, my next wave's right here. It's too far away. What I'm thinking is, at this moment, I'll tell you what I was thinking. I want to push this, go tag the next wave, and then just kind of like run into their base and try to stagger timers to force them away from objectives, because with Briar dead still, they could be forcing Baron. At this moment, I thought they'd be on Baron. And so I wanted to put pressure back on them and come over here. The problem is, instead, the rest of the team stepped up. They get engaged on. This is the end of the game. This part, I totally don't mind this decision. The only way we can possibly win this game is if we don't fight here. We need to convince them to stop pushing. They have checkmate. All right, 5 versus 3. Even if we go in, we don't have the wave clear. Even with Briar Nocturne, it's not going to be enough. even if we miraculously somehow like held them to just inhibs, they'd still have prio for Baron. Like, they're winning this game. This is a play that kind of forces them to decide whether or not they're going to continue to go forward. Ezreal died for no reason. I don't know even why he did, but this like made it ultimately true. I think he died pinging me. No, he was pinging Senna. All right. But either way, he died before that. By going here, at least I give them a tough decision. And it's not really tough, but I'm hoping that people in middle ELO will make this mistake. Yeah, dude, the pings were unreal this game. It was all game. At least this way, I have a chance of getting them to make mistakes, which they do. All right? And if we're talking about like what they see and the threats that are there, someone's pinging for mid. Kled actually came back to base. Absolutely not. This is incorrect. Now, even with teleport, he can try to like teleport to this fight. Makes sense, right? That you could just kind of teleport in. But there's no reason to come stop me. Like, let me take this and go in and force this with your partners. You're actually taking away a resource. Now, all things told, what ends up happening 4-on-1 in base is better than 5-on-2. So there is a moment. There is something that makes this play okay. But if we ever capture into any amount of respawn times, if Briar's able to just shove this wave away and keep the turrets alive for the respawns, then suddenly this becomes a game-losing play for Kled. Because now we have this, we might win this fight on respawn timers and go from there. Whereas if we try to do it with the 2 of us versus 5 of them, full health bars and everything, it's just never going to happen. I don't mind what this guy tried to do. Probably wanted to have some sort of like Guardian Angel effect. Ravenous Hydra's kind of redundant on this champion. Death Stance and Guardian Angel allow you to basically get second and third lives on Briar. You could int for the wave. Try to just W the wave, like go into the middle, Q on top of the cannon, whatever it takes. Throw your E, get all the casters into the turret, smash them, reset the wave, and then we buy ourselves 10 seconds for this, which would be enough for the respawns. But that's all of it. Oh, support on their team. Enemy support had a much better idea of macro. This one was too busy pinging. We'll just let me see. You know what? If I go like this, I don't know where the pings have to start, like here. If I just go full throttle here, all right, it begins. I think there was a Ezreal was of the opinion that Senna kill stole over here, so then started spam pinging. It wasn't yet though, not yet. I think it was later. Like, you can see by their movements that they're doing all right. They're handling their own. They're doing okay. Senna, look at that. 6 pings on Briar, 6 more pings on... No, 5 pings. Oh, this guy went to the Drutut school of pinging. Drutut knows that if you only ping 5 times, then it doesn't put you on the global ping timer. Use that information wisely. I probably should never say that on the chat, even if I know it to be true. There's just nothing to be said about that. Yeah, so here, like, they just started spam pinging each other. I'm not going to keep doing this because it's hurting my ears. But that's that. They just, for the rest of the game, just like back and forth pings all day long. That was the game. Anyways, I got to go pick up the kids. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. I will be back tomorrow at noon. We'll be doing training Tuesday. So we'll be going over some element. Or if there's some element that you want to see done, let me know. All right. Put it into the chat, put it into the comments on the YouTube videos, whatever it is, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Again, make sure to check out gigagamingacademy.com. Go to the coaching section, and you can get a free evaluation. Might as well check it out if you ever wondered what high-performance coaching was like, or you can use it for the performance psych, all right? Catch you guys next time. Keep it surreal. Peace. GG's.